Look at that. My name is Vivian Uman and I like things. Today we're taking a look at the Oakley Chop Saw Mule shoe in the Espresso Maroon colorway. This was released in 2021 as a part of Oakley's collaboration with Beams, which is a Japanese retailer, and yeah, look at it. It's a pretty unique shoe. This is Oakley bringing back its lineup of shoes that it used to release back in the early to mid 2000s and then discontinued for more traditional or conventional shoes and sunglasses and things. Because if you remember back in the day, Oakley used to make shoes like this, or even this, in fact, because they had the chop saw with a high top shoe. They also had one called the Flesh, which I owned back in the day, and I loved that pair of shoes. And they had sunglasses that went on top of your head. And now Oakley is quietly, not so quietly, re-releasing some of its nostalgic models, and this is one of them. And I grabbed this one in this colorway because I think it looks pretty cool, but there's a whole bunch of other colorways that's available. These are limited, so they're not going to be a constant run. So if you are interested in shoes like this, definitely go check them out. And let's be real here. Look at this shoe. This is not something that you're picking up just because you happen to be looking for a pair of shoes to own. No, this is special. This has got a very unique look, and this is Oakley in its purest form. Oakley has always been this brand that pushes the envelope when it comes to traditionalism, that really makes something that's unique, and they don't just stop at design, they even get involved with the specific type of materials that they use when they make something like this. This particular one very uniquely has 69%, wait, hold on, let me read this. This one's got 69% calf leather, 31% polyester, and the lining is 100% lycra. So it's got the Oakley logo in a metal brush finish right here, and it stands out, and it's very neat and makes the shoe look quite expensive. And it's not a cheap pair of shoes. At the time of making this video, I think on the Oakley website it's going for about let me see here, about $185. These fit true to size, so I'm a true to size 10.5 US, and I like to have a little bit of wiggle room, and these fit exactly that. So, and yes, they do make half sizes, so you don't have to worry about that. And again, unlike some of the things that's going on with Easy and all that, if you get the wrong size, you can always just return it and get it for the size that you need. Now, of course, again, as I mentioned, this is a limited run. That's a collaboration between Oakley factory team and the folks at the Beams Japanese retailer, and this is the unique colorway that they come with. Now, let's get into some of the details. So this is what they call the Espresso colorway up here, and it's a soft mesh, and these are your touch points. Your feet is touching this, which extends all the way inside to the very far end of the shoe, and it's a very soft material, very cushion-like, and it's got a little bit of dip right here, which is unusual for mule shoes. Usually mule shoes, at least the ones that I've seen, is a flat heel. This one's got a bit of a dip, so your heel does in fact lock into this area and gives you a little bit of more support. Of course, depending on how aggressively you're walking, your heel can slip out of it. It's not the most secure thing. It is, at the end of the day, a mule shoe. You can't really use this for running or any athletic activities. This is more for fashion. This is more for lifestyle, casual walks, things like that. It's definitely a conversation starter. People are going to want to know what this is because it's such a unique shape. And look at this sole. It's like a creature bit into it, or like claws that the claws that's crashed into it. It's so noticeable and it's very clean. I think the color combination here is, I think, perfect. The maroon with this sort of honeycomb design, which also has a significance to Oakley's first Kevlar made shoe. And again, this is one of those things you can only really expect from Oakley, that they made a shoe out of Kevlar. Alright, let's go to the bottom here. You can see that it's a lot more Oakley logos. So you got the one centerpiece right there, and then Oakley logos all around it. Same thing in the back. A very cute detail at the bottom here, that it's got these dimples at the back, which I think is very cute and a very unique attention to detail that they've given here. So I really like these shoes, and I really like Oakley as a brand back when they used to make stuff like this. And I think some part of them being acquired by Luxottica, and I think it was 2007 that they became more traditional and more orthodox, and all of their products started to look like every other product from every other brand. But now, quietly, this one came out in 2021. They've been re-releasing a lot of their nostalgic pairs, a lot of their pairs that really made Oakley stand out as a brand, that really made Oakley the different entity that they are when it comes to design for apparel and shoes and sunglasses, and I'm really there for it. I also did own a pair of Oakley Flesh, which is another model similar to this with a big chunky unorthodox styling, and I'll talk about that in a video sometime, and if I do, I'll link it up right here. Oh, another thing that I do want to point out about these shoes is that the toe box ends here where the Maroon ends. And this extra bit in the Espresso colorway is actually a bit of an overhang, so it goes forward, if you can see. So the toes end here, and there's a little bit of extra shoe part that's pointing forward. So when I looked top down, I was worried that my feet would snag onto things because of this overhang that's going forward. But I never really had that issue. I never really noticed that being a problem. But it is something to know. It is one of the major scuff points of the shoe. And the other scuff points kind of come back here, and over here you can see it's catching up a bit of scuffs, and then over here as well. So I guess these are the pressure points of when the shoe gets bent, so you can see how that's happening. Something to note, I've been wearing this for a couple months now. It's not really waterproof, but it is water resistant from the polyester in it, but I wouldn't wear this out in the rain. This is more for casual walks or just lifestyle. You know, if you want to take it to a party, you're definitely going to have a conversation started with this one. There you go, nothing much else to talk about it. It is a unique piece, it's limited, things that I've already talked about. I personally love it. It is a love it or hate it kind of shoe. I think it's a beautiful, unique pair. And so there you have it. The Oakley Chop Saw Mule shoes in the Espresso Maroon colorway. Thank you for watching.